So hopefully you can hear me well. But what's up, guys? In today's video, which I'm starting a bit later in the day, is I'm going to be repainting this bad boy. As you can tell, I've already masked it off, sanded the whole thing down, rubbed it down with alcohol, because this originally was really like, it was peeling, so it had like little chips in it and everything like that. It was coming off, which I knew was going to happen because it was really oily when I first got it. I kind of used the first layer of paint to kind of absorb that oil, and I sanded the whole thing down as well, so it's not going to have that issue anymore. And I was originally going to paint it body color. Instead, I am still painting it gloss black. Just not body color black, because that paint is like 5 times as expensive as just buying paint from Home Depot. So instead I did that, and I will have a little bit of contrast, which I kind of wanted anyway. So, as I say so a million times, let's go and test this out. It's ready to paint. I already wiped it down. I might wipe it down again in the middle where I just touched it with my hand, just so everything adheres well. I've got it all masked off, and it's all ready. So let's start. Oh, and just to let you guys know what paints I'm using Rust-Oleum Matte Finish Custom Shop, which is designed for cars, and I'm using Automotive Enamel. I figured why not just use car-themed stuff, because it's the same price as regular spray paint. Anyway, I think it was. I really didn't look at the prices, honestly. I was getting an iTunes card too, but I've got the paint, it's here, and now it's time to finally get this diffuser looking perfect. The one problem is I do have a lot of flies flying around, and that's going to piss me off if any of them go on this diffuser. But I'm going to start painting now. So basically, I've had a change of plan. This isn't going on black, it's like a greenish, weird black. And also, it went on gloss, which I'm not liking. And it's actually pretty dry right now. I know I have my flash on, hold on. So since it's going on dry, like it's dry, it's glossy, I'm not going to use that paint. So the Rust-Oleum Matte Black was a mistake. I'm never going to use that again, because it's not black, and it'll look really funny with my car, because it looks like a blackish green. And then, like, it's literally like a really dark army green gloss, which makes no sense. So I'm going to cover that up. At least it's a good base, and it works well with plastic. I don't know if this works well with plastic. Yeah, it's supposed to. So I'm going to use this satin black regular and see how that turns out, because this came out as gloss. Kind of pisses me off a little bit because it's supposed to be matte black paint. Okay, so I broke like a lot of rules of painting while doing this, but basically that was a damaged can, so you're supposed to go nice light coats, even, back and forth, on, off, on, off, on, off. Yeah, that can's broken, so it shoots like a shit ton of paint when it starts, so I started it on the bags itself and all the masking up there, and then I would just continue it onto the bottom. Now, one thing, this looks gloss, but as the middle's like starting to dry, I don't know if you see here, it's starting to come out satin. So I'm gonna let this dry for a bit, because I've got a really good coat on here now. And so I'm gonna wait like 10-20 minutes before coming back out here again and masking it off so I can do the gloss on the top. So the top will look glossy like that in the end. You actually can see me pretty well, but basically it's gotten a lot later now. I had to go eat dinner, everything, and wait for the paint to dry. Now it's dry and everything masked off. So you guys can see the basic design. All that's showing that is black is going to be gloss. So I'm going to clear coat over that. And then everything covered up is going to be a matte, well, satin black, which I actually kind of like better than the idea of matte black. So it'll look really good once it's done. And if I can get filming of this tonight, I will. But tomorrow I'll also film this so you guys can see it in the daylight. See if I messed up or if it came out good, because it is getting dark. I can still see you really well right now. The camera does make things look a little darker, but it's actually pretty accurate right now. So I'm going to try and get this done, and I'll see you guys either tonight or tomorrow morning. Okay, so I've got it painted. The one thing is the gloss is starting to look a little weird, but I'll check that in tomorrow morning, and I might have to re-gloss it in the morning. I actually kind of like 2-day projects like this anyway, but you see it's getting this like really weirdness on top. Like, it looks phenomenal from a distance, and it looked phenomenal when I first did it. And this makes me want to repaint it, but it could be moisture that I'm not realizing just from nighttime, so I'm going to leave it. If it comes out retarded, it comes out retarded. I'll retry tomorrow. at least I'm going to let it sit so I don't mess anything up right now so I can see it tomorrow. Because if I do something now, I'm probably going to mess it up, knowing the history of me doing things. And I really want to unmask this and everything, but I'm not going to. I'm going to have some restraint, and I'm going to wait until tomorrow. Guys, this is going to be the first time me singing it since last night. It is the next day, and all I can see is a bunch of bags from here. But it looks fairly glossy. I'm not going to lie, it still has the spots on it. So I'm going to go look at it closer and see if I can clay bar this, because I kind of want to, but I kind of don't, and it looks like it rained on it too, which kind of sucks. But we'll see how this turns out. As you can see, some spots are glossy-ish, and then you get around here, and then it's got like this dull spots going along, which kind of sucks. So I'm going to go open the trunk, get the tripod out so you guys can see from a distance, and see what I can do to this to make it better, because it's kind of ugly right now. Alright, so I'm trying the clay bar, but this also could ruin it, so I'm going to be very careful. But I forgot a rag to remove this. It's questionable. I think it might need another layer of clear.
Never thought that we'd go this far. Don't stop now. Reaching for a distant star. Don't stop now. Isn't it strange?
So you can see the basic design of what I was going for. You know, the gloss top and the matte black bottom. But unfortunately the bottom's a little torn up because I guess I put on the tape a bit too early, which makes the most sense because even the bag was ripping some paint off. So I'm gonna have to sand down the bottom and tape off the top, and I'm gonna wait at least 24 hours before doing that. So this has been a little bit of a failure. Just a little bit. I'm gonna remove all the masking for now while it dries, because all it has to do is just sit there and dry, and I'll come back to you guys after that. Well, this is going to be a slightly clickbait title now because of all of this. I think I'm going to name this How Not to Paint Your Rear Diffuser. But yeah, I definitely messed up, and I'll put clips in while I'm talking of how badly messed up it is. But essentially, yeah, I taped it a bit too early. It's not because the oil's in the plastic, because those are gone. I sanded those away. It's purely because I thought it was dry enough to handle the tape, and it wasn't. And the tape bonded with it slightly better than the part itself in some spots. So that's why it just peeled right off, and it looks like crap. But if I rub it with my finger, it actually like stays. Whatever was on there stays, and whatever got peeled off, peels off, which is interesting. But it really speaks to more of the fact that it was still wet, and I taped it and fucked up. So that's pretty much today's video, because I have to go edit this and put it up for you guys. This is the second time filming the outro because the camera stopped. But obviously you can learn from my mistakes. I'll throw in some clips of this messed upness. It's pretty bad. I just have to sand it down and repaint the whole thing. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just going to be a decent amount of work. And I have to wait a couple days because I don't want the same thing happening to the gloss, because I don't want to panic then tape off the gloss and then have the gloss peel off, because yeah, we don't need to ruin it more. So I'm going to leave this for a couple days. From a distance it looks fine, which is good. But up close you can definitely tell it's all fucked up. So I'm going to have to come back and do that. And I might do another video on that just because. But yeah, it's pretty bad. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, like the video down below. Subscribe. I've got plenty of things coming that I'm trying to save up for. There's a lot more needed for this back end because I've seen tons of ISs with this spoiler and diffuser combo. So you know I can't be normal, and I have to change everything. So I'm going to make this probably one of the most aggressive ISs on the internet. That's my goal. And also make it so no one knows what year it is. That's also why I have like all different year parts on here. because I want it to be the IS, not just an IS 250, IS 350, or the original pre-facelift, later facelift. No, I want it to be the IS. Just a culmination of all my favorite parts of every IS generation into one car. So it's definitely going to be interesting, especially since I really like the ISF's powertrain. Hinting at something I want to do. I don't know if I've hinted on YouTube about that, but especially if the ISF were all-wheel drive. Okay, that's enough hinting. But yeah, keep subscribed because I'm probably not going to stop here, and this is my only excuse for keep buying car parts, because otherwise I'm just wasting money for no reason. But thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go with my classic outro. Peace out, and be legendary.
So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover.